morning. It's day 11. I just finished one hell of a climb. I think that was like 2 miles going straight uphill. Yesterday, a family friend, Chris, she picked us up and took us into Hiawassee, and her and her friend, Susan, and Susan bought us breakfast. It was delicious and wonderful. Chris hiked 900 miles of the AT 2 years ago, and is actually, or probably the first person that I had met who had ever really done any of the AT, and really kind of planted that seed in my head. So it was really awesome having her come out and do some trail magic for us like that. And I think it was fun for her too, watching us like scarf down waffles. And yeah, we had a great time in Hiawassee. It was Dart, this girl, she's like 18. She's from upstate New York, and this is her spring break, and she just came down here by herself and is doing like 10 days on the trail. It was her and me, Trey, and Cass, who I'd been with since the beginning, and we went, did some resupply. I lightened my pack like 2 pounds maybe, just like went through, and any tiny thing that I hadn't touched yet I sent home. So like I had 3 paintbrushes, I only needed 1. And we went to dinner at this place called Barney's, but it was so good. It was incredible, and the service was awesome. And then we named Cass. He got his trail name is Badger now. But he's taken a 0 today because his knee was hurting him. And I'm so bummed that he's gonna be gone for a little while now, because he was just like the funniest guy. He was so funny to have around. He had me laugh until I was crying like too many times to count. It's embarrassing. So hopefully he'll catch up with us. But yeah, this week we're up in our miles. So today is a 12-mile day. It'll be Trey and Dart and I. Other huge news is that today, hopefully, if all goes as planned, I get to walk into North Carolina and out of Georgia, and that's 1 state down. Yeah, weather's still gorgeous. There was actually like tornado warnings last night. I'm so glad that I was in Hiawassee for that. Anyways, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna hike. I got like 10 more miles to go still. So I'll see ya. Bye. Okay, so yesterday when I was in town, I went to one of the outfitters and got some super feet insoles with the arch support, because I just had been having like a twinge of pain like in my knee or my hip or my foot. So people harp on the arch support, so I was like, go ahead and get something before I do some permanent damage. Really popular brand. And they're great, like they feel great on my feet. But the problem is that they raise my arch, but they also raise the bottom of my heel up a little higher. So then it doesn't fit as snugly into the heel of the shoe. So now I have 2 blisters forming on the back of each foot. They don't hurt too bad, but whenever I go uphill, I definitely feel it a lot worse than when I'm going downhill or when it's flat. And of course today has been all uphill, like we just did this. So that sucks. Yeah, bye. So it's day 13, and my shoe it's frozen solid. I can't move it to get my foot in. just filmed about 5 minutes of me talking, but didn't press record. Good afternoon. It's day 13. I didn't film yesterday, so some updates. The day before yesterday, on Tuesday, I explained I got really bad blisters from my insoles. Met some guy, and he showed me I could actually remove part of the insole that's causing the blisters, but not remove the insole altogether. So I did that, and that's what I've been using, which is fine. Tuesday night it snowed all night. Tuesday day it snowed all day, which was really brutal getting up in the morning and packing up camp. Like, just undescribably cold and just like painful. But once we got moving, it was fine. And if we stayed moving, we were warm. I hiked with Trey, who I've actually been with since day one. And we just spent the whole day together, which was really nice because like it was just so gray and it was so much snow. I was kind of scared I was going to lose the trail. So it was good to have another person around. And we just like talked about any random thing that we could to kind of make the time go by faster. Last night was really cold again. This morning was cold, but we knew the sun was coming out. So we waited. We didn't get out of camp until noon because we just didn't want to deal with that sub-freezing weather again. I think the goal is to hike 12 miles today, but my blisters are hurting significantly more today. I think just because my feet are so wet, all this melted snow, haven't had a chance to air them out. I got new camp shoes in Hiawassee. They're these like really ridiculous looking ballerina slippers. They're not ballerina slippers, but they look kind of like ballerina slippers. I was just so excited about them because they're so silly. And the lady told me like, oh yeah, we've had a bunch of thru hikers buy these. I was like, oh, these will be great camp shoes. Except for the fact that they're basically like slippers. So if it's dry, it would be fine. But when it's wet, they get soaked and then they're frozen the next day. So I haven't even had camp shoes to like wear when I'm setting up camp. So I'm just like super frustrated. My feet are not happy with me. But in the top of this mountain that has me completely out of breath, I'll hit a fire tower. And just a little bit past that fire tower, I'll hit the 100-mile mark of the Appalachian Trail. I will have hiked 100 miles, plus the like 8.8 of the approach trail. So yay! Woo! But for real, I'm really stoked. I was really excited to hike into North Carolina, and I'm really excited to hit the 100-mile mark here in a little bit. Pictures to come. Wildlife on the trail, but we just found our first zebra. That we're eating at tonight.
Cafe Thru. It's a French restaurant. Back of a gas station, 5-star chef. It's on the low, but I got a feeling it's gonna be good. They got shrimp cognac, whatever that means. But the pictures on Yelp look really good, and you know Yelp doesn't lie, so I have faith.
Okay, so here's a hot spot, just a regular old gas station. And over here is where we're eating tonight. The other half of it is this fancy ass French cafe.